You don't own nothing in this place, okay? So all this stuff, man, the Lord told you that it can rust, okay? It can catch dust, okay? People can steal it, they can break in it. Even with your money, all these celebrities, their illusion's gonna be broken too, because their ass over there talking about, oh, we got millions and you're bro. You know how they be talking in the songs and shit, okay? That's all they be talking in the songs. All them words is gonna be backfiring, man, okay? Because everyone's about to be exposed, especially Esau. Esau's ass is gonna be exposed, okay? Section 8 and all that shit is associated with Jake. That's why I was talking to you guys about the black fatigue shit that Esau was making in the media. All his little algorithms and these little fancy words he likes to make for Jake. The man's over there talking about black fatigue. Okay? All these programs is all associated with Jake. Snap, Section 8 is also associated with Jake. But you know the overwhelming majority of people on the government assistance? I mean across the board, it's all white people, man. It's your Edomites. Section 8, food stamps, snaps, EBT cards, all that shit. There's people who are literally rich on that. They just finesse the system, man. Okay? So again, man, like all this shit is really a distraction, but it's basically an eye opener, man. Okay, it's really an eye opener. Verse 20. But lay up yourselves some treasure in heaven, where neither moth nor rust does corrupt. Nothing in the kingdom is going to be corruptible. No one's going to be breaking in your house in the kingdom. No one's going to be breaking in your chariot in the kingdom. Okay, no one's going to be trying to take your woman in the kingdom, man. No one can take your woman in the kingdom, I should say. It's going to be impossible, because everyone's going to be under the law. Okay, and not even you can break the law. Okay, an Israelite in the kingdom ain't gonna be able to break the law. He can't break the law because the law is gonna be written in his inward part. He's gonna be born with the laws in his existence, man. In every bone structure in his body, his flesh in the kingdom. Which not gonna be in the flesh, but we're gonna be in a different type of body. Okay. It says, and where thieves do not break nor steal. Verse 21, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Okay, so we just read that. You just have to go back over that. Okay, so that's where you guys are. That's where you guys are effing up. You guys' faith isn't in the right things, man. Okay, you guys' faith isn't in the right things, and you guys don't even walk in faith, but you guys have faith in things. Okay, if you get what that means. These people don't have faith, but they definitely, when I say faith, they lack that spirituality, man. Okay, which spirituality, when you're in the spirit, you have discernment. These people don't have the discernment to see everything that's going on wrong around them, man. Okay, and that's y'all's problem. Every time something goes wrong, you're there trying to fix it, or you're trying to jump on the next trend instead of just attacking the problem. That's why this place will never be fixed. That's why you guys will never wake up, because you guys like to lay on your back and have Esau fix everything for you. Okay, you like Esau fixing everything for you, man. Okay. And when this place goes down, it's gonna be the same shit. Your ass gonna be going over there to the Red Cross Foundation and programs, okay? And they're gonna tell you the same thing. They're gonna tell you to take that charagma. They're gonna tell you to do the exact same thing that we're telling you right now. They're gonna tell you to take that charagma, man. Okay? Nothing else but faith in these times are gonna get you through everything we're talking about. Okay? All this shit's all coming to a wrap, man. Everything's being exposed. All these facades and everything, man. Okay? All these freaking facades, these programs and everything. And all these people are prideful. Like, they're out partying and all that. You're on Section 8, you're on housing and you're partying. You're acting like you bought a house. You know? Like you got your car and all this shit, man. Okay? That's why this nation's in a frenzy. This is 1 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 19. Okay, it says, holding faith and good conscience, with some having put away faith have made shipwreck. Right? Okay, and ultimately these people don't have faith, man. Okay, and that's why we're out here. Okay, really we're just here to wake up the elect, but in doing so, man, we're gonna tell you, we're basically warning you about your destruction. Okay, we're warning you guys about your destruction, and we're warning you about the time to come. The blood's off our hands. As long as we're out here and teaching, as long as we're doing the sit downs and all that, okay, the bloodshed is off our hands because we're doing our job. That's ultimately our job. Okay, if we're sitting back and we had the word, we've been taught the word, we're just keyboard warriors under all the videos on shalom, okay, then we'll be guiltful. Okay, but we're blameless, man, because we're coming out here, we're warning you guys. And that, again, just like we're talking about with Drewski too. Okay, I was talking about the Drewski situation. This dude's a fucking scoffer too, man. Okay, all that scoffing shit's gonna be out the door very soon, man. Okay, all that scoffing, all the laughing, all the he, all that shit's gonna go out the door, man. Okay, because when your ass is starving, it ain't gonna be no laughing. Okay, and I did a video on that this morning because these people, that's what they're gonna be doing. They're gonna be eating rubber and shit. They're gonna be, that's why the Lord talked about pestilence and famines and all that, because all those things align together. When you start eating random shit and shit, like I'm telling you, man, these people are not gonna have water. They're gonna be drinking paint. Okay, they're gonna be drinking oil and shit. I'm telling you, man, that's how it's gonna get. It's gonna get bad out here. Okay, all right. And I'm referencing that movie with Halle Berry. I can't remember the movie. Matter of fact, I'll just search it right now. Okay, because in that movie they were fighting an entity and they couldn't leave the circle, so they were going through a famine. They were going through a seasonal famine. Okay, it was winter time, and what they were doing, they were cutting off the barks off the tree, and they were frying it in a skillet and eating it. Yo, man. yo, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, Never Let Go. Okay, now watch that movie. That movie was actually really good. Okay, the movie's called Never Let Go. Okay, the movie's actually really good. Okay, but all in all, in that movie, they're fighting a fucking demonic entity, man. Okay, and what happened was they were going through a famine. And I'm just referencing this because this is the type of stuff you see in movies. This is real life. Okay, the scriptures tell you that they're gonna go up to the mountains and starve to death. Because they're gonna go into the wilderness, right? They're gonna just keep walking and walking. That's what's really gonna happen. Okay, once these people flee the city, once the city falls and there's no food, they're gonna go to the mountains and they're gonna try and look for animals. And they're gonna, man, I'm telling you, they're gonna be digging up dirt, making mud pies like over there in Africa. They be making mud pies and shit, okay, and baking it and then eating it. They make it dry out in the sun and eat it. They eat mud, dirt. How you eating dirt? Where's the nutrition in dirt? Okay, and in the movie, she was chopping off the tree bark and shit. Okay, which in nature you can eat a lot of things. Like I'm pretty sure you can eat like grasshoppers and stuff. Those are lawful to eat. You can eat certain insects, okay, and they're high in protein as well, like locusts, grasshoppers in that family. Okay, but they were eating fucking tree bark, man, eating wood. They're eating tree bark. Could you imagine what they're gonna be doing now? Okay, if they don't see people to eat, they're gonna be eating whatever, and they're gonna be killing each other over cans of beans and shit. Okay, cans of beans, Oreo cookies, a bag of chips. I'm telling you, man, that's what they're gonna be doing out here. Okay, they're gonna be cutting up rubber and throwing it in a skillet and cooking it and eating it, man. Okay, and if they ain't doing that, they're gonna be eating trash. Like they're gonna be going in the trash and eating that. Okay, mildew food, which that's gonna get you sick. That's a form of pestilence right there. So imagine eating rubber and tree bark and you ingesting that in your stomach. You can't digest that. You don't have the digestive system for that. Okay, yo, man, I'm telling you. And that's why the Lord said that we'd be sitting there laughing at them, because these are going to be the same peoples. And you don't even have to die by famine. There's going to be many ways to die in those times, man. Okay? There's going to be many ways to die in those times. It's not just a famine you're going to be dying. A lot of people are going to be dying from various reasons. A lot of y'all just going to be getting put to death. A lot of y'all ain't even going to make it. Okay? A lot of y'all not even going to make it, man. Okay? I'm telling you, that's why America's a laughing stock, because once the shit hits the fan, you guys are so used to going out to you could just go out to a restaurant and eat. You have the money for it, you know. Everything was cheap. Everything's expensive. Everything's low quality. How is everything getting more expensive with lower quality, man? Like, make that make sense, right? That don't make no sense. All right. No one's gonna judge you people, man. Find no scripture. Slack your breath, bro. Yeah, man, that's what they're gonna be doing. And if you're not doing that, you're probably gonna be eating your kids, just like what happened in Roman siege, 70 AD. Okay, you're gonna be eating your kids. Okay, y'all gonna be eating your freaking kids, man. You're gonna be eating your grandmother that passed away off the respirator, because that's what's gonna happen to them. A lot of people are on medication. That's why a lot of people are gonna be bugged out. That's what the prophets are seeing in their dreams. People moving zombified and weirded out, because you know why? It's because they're gonna be off medication. A lot of people have undiagnosed medication. They have schizophrenia, dementia, and shit. I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be freaking crazy out here. But you can't access your medication. You're not gonna be able to access your medication. You're not gonna be able to access your medication. You're not gonna be able to access your diabetes pills. And yo, man, I'm telling you, the world's gonna fucking get active, man. That's what the movies be talking about. All those zombie movies and shit. Those aren't even zombies. Those are people bugging out, bugging the hell out, man. All right.